This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome to Chapter 1 of Talk So Kids Will Listen, Communication at Every Age, where we're diving into the building blocks that make conversations with kids actually work. Today we're exploring what separates the parents who seem to have that magic touch from those who feel like they're constantly hitting a wall with their children. Let's get into it. Only about half of parents talk one-on-one with each child for even 10 minutes a day. Yet those tiny conversations can change a kid's stress levels, behavior, and confidence. A rushed breakfast, a tense bedtime, a car ride home. Each moment can either build trust or quietly drain it. In this episode, we're zooming in on how you talk, not just how often. The research is clear. It's the quality of your words, tone, timing, and clarity that quietly shapes who your child believes they are. A sharp, "Why would you do that?" lands very differently from a calm, "Help me understand what happened," even if you're just reacting to a spilled drink. The first teaches shame. The second teaches problem solving. Foundations of effective communication come down to two habits most of us were never taught: consistent messages and genuine empathy. Not permissiveness, not perfection, just a reliable way of responding that your child can predict, and a steady effort to see the situation through their eyes before you correct it. When those two pieces click, cooperation stops being a power struggle and starts feeling like teamwork. Think about the moments that usually spark conflict in your home. Homework time, getting out the door, screen time limits, sibling fights. Those flashpoints are where your communication style shows up most clearly and where small shifts pay off fastest. Research-backed skills like active listening, clear limits, and specific praise don't make you a soft parent. They give your child a stable framework so their brain doesn't have to stay on high alert. Over time, that stability becomes internal. They borrow your calm voice when solving problems, even when you're not there. Here's where the research gets very practical. Kids don't just react to what you say. Their brains are constantly scanning how predictable you are and whether you're actually tuned in. Start with how you enter a tricky moment. Before correcting, gather data. A simple, "walk me through what happened," does two things. It slows you down enough to notice your own assumptions, and it signals to your child that you're interested in their perspective, not just the crime. This is the entry point for active listening. Short reflections like, "So you were really frustrated when your game froze," show you're tracking their inner world, not just the outer mess. From there, think in 3 moves whenever something goes wrong. 1. Name what you see. "I see crayons on the wall." 2. Name what they feel. "You were excited to finish your picture." 3. Name the limit or next step. "Crayons are for paper. Let's clean this together." It's concise, but it hits behavior, emotion, and boundary in one sequence. Exactly the mix that predicts better cooperation over time. Specific praise works the same way in reverse. Instead of a vague, "good job," zoom in on the process. "You kept trying that puzzle even when it was hard." Or, "You noticed your sister was sad and offered your toy." You're not just rewarding them, you're quietly labeling the skills you want to see again: persistence, kindness, problem solving. One helpful mental trick is to treat your words like reps in a workout. Every time you respond to lying, dawdling, or shouting in roughly the same calm, structured way, you're training their brain to expect that pattern and eventually copy it. The first few workouts feel clumsy. Over weeks, your default responses start to come faster and more naturally. When you do blow it, and you will, the repair matters more than the mistake. A short, age-appropriate apology, "I yelled, that wasn't okay, I'm working on taking a pause," doesn't weaken your authority. It shows them how a strong person owns their impact and resets. Think of your daily interactions like coaching a team during practice, not just shouting plays during the final game. With younger kids, your coaching might sound like, first we brush, then we choose a book, paired with a picture chart they can point to. The visual cue does half the talking for you and cuts down on repeating yourself. With older kids, your words can shift toward collaboration. We both want mornings to be less rushed. Let's troubleshoot tonight. You're inviting them into the problem-solving huddle, not just announcing the rules from the sidelines. Try using short preview phrases before known hotspots. In 5 minutes, it's homework start time. Or, 2 more videos, then we plug in the tablet. You're not negotiating. You're giving their brain a gentle on-ramp instead of a sudden stop. Notice, too, how often you speak to versus about your child. Saying, "You worked hard on that," directly to them lands far differently than, "She never focuses," said within earshot. Over time, those casual comments become their inner voice. Only 43% of parents spend at least 10 minutes a day in one-on-one conversation with each child. Yet emerging tools are about to make those minutes far more intentional. AI co-pilots could quietly suggest better phrasing mid-text, while VR role-plays let you practice hard talks the way athletes run drills. As remote work blurs family rhythms, brief connection rituals may function like daily stretching, small, repeatable habits that keep relationships flexible even under pressure. Small tweaks compound, swapping one criticism a day for a curious question, one command for a calm choice, slowly rewires how your child expects people to treat them. Like adding a steady baseline under a song, your new patterns give their nervous system something solid to move with, so future conflicts feel less like explosions and more like improv. Before next week, ask yourself, when I'm in my next conversation, can I pause for 2 extra seconds before responding and silently ask, what is this person really trying to say underneath their words? The next time I feel misunderstood, can I experiment with the podcast's meaning check move and ask, can I replay what I meant in one sentence and you tell me what you're hearing? In one upcoming meeting or chat, can I try the headline first habit from the episode? Stating my main point in a single clear sentence before adding any details, and then notice how it changes the other person's focus or questions? This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!